I finished off part one talking about the correlation within the gold and silver and how things have changed a little bit in comparison of the 2 decades that finished the 20th century. And what I didn't point out was what the values of gold and silver were with this high compared to this high, nor this low compared to this low. So let's do that. Let's take a look at the daily chart with not quite as many candles, a 3-year chart. And the previous significant high that was encountered, let me just fix the scaling. The previous high was November the 16th, 2005. Even within a chart looking within this pattern, there was really no significant retracements to correct its downward pressure over a period of time that lasted 2.5 years. Seeing the dollar index go from 92 2/3 down to 70, a level it has not reached since. And gold from 471 to 1,024, both silver and gold did better than double their value. And things are changing. For the next dollar rally, we see metals and silver getting hammered, which was quite normal, but that was a significant period where things changed. And at that time frame, that was when the stocks were falling big time. The panic on Wall Street was hitting record levels. In fact, the panic was pretty much this time frame here, down towards the March lows. Now, in reality, there's been a lot of panic in the markets, even with the Dow going higher, and those are different fundamental reasons within, of course, this dollar. But the difference here is when the dollar loses strength, from this point here, what is happening is gold's going higher, which I guess is the same, but the difference of gold from 853 to 913 when the dollar goes higher shows that gold and silver were outperforming virtually every single currency. Thus, all currencies are going through collapsing periods. And it happened again. November 25th, the bottom for gold was 1191, and it gained during the dollar rally. Silver was fractionally down as the dollar rallied from 74 close to 90. And this is showing how the metals are really overperforming all the currencies. If you compare these highs like we were doing in the previous video, well, now we have gold up over 300, or almost 300 an ounce from this March point with the dollar index lower. That's a gain of almost 30%. Silver had a massive gain also, going from 13 to 18.5, and comparing these lows, you can say the same sort of deal. Big time gains. Gold 853 to 1191, silver 11 to almost 19. That's showing why the dollar index is really not the measurement you want to use for the fiat currency problems that we have now. So the question is, a move to 75 on the dollar index. What would that mean for gold and silver? Well, where are we now? Gold's at 1,300 and change. Silver's over 22, or in the 22 area. Therefore, 75 should have gold trading over 14, and maybe even 14 and change, where silver should be able to be over 24 at that point, and breaking these lows, or at least touching the lows or testing the lows of 70, 71, would most likely mean silver over 30 and gold over 15, 50. So where can we go on this? Well, look at where we are now. We have a move that had a price correction from here, made a small dead cat bounce, if you will, a low consolidation, and we have already went below this level. So to say that it's going to bottom at 77, Yes, it's possible. In fact, it's even probable that you could even have a move higher, then go lower, like a pattern like this, and set up some sort of downward range. There's many different possibilities that can come into play here. But if we're making a move from this to here, and we just calculate the distance of a move, that could give us a move down to the 71, 72 towards the bottom. But the significant points that I want to bring up is the correlation of where gold and silver is when the dollar makes new highs and lows. Because in the 80s and 90s, we were seeing the manipulation, or how gold and silver were losing against all currencies within the exchange. Now within the exchange, the metals are gaining against, you'd have to assume, every single currency. Thank you for watching, and have yourself a great day.